Welcome to my YouTube channel. Myself Ujjal Baro. In this video, I am going to discuss different things related to internet technology. So, these are the content I am going to discuss in this video. That is, first one is what is internet, features of internet, hardware and software that is used to make the internet functional, list of browser name, development year and name of the developed in chronological order, applications of the internet, limitations of the internet, the differences between the internet, intranet and extranet, internet of things, web 1.0, web 2.0, features of web 1.0 and web 2.0, the differences between web 1.0 and web 2.0, standardized and technologies that are used in the web 2.0, then key web 2.0 services. Then last I have not given here. Then last one is web 3.0. So let's start. So why we are from library and information science background? So why library and information science students needs to study about internet? So library and information science students need to study the internet because it is a crucial tool for information access, organization and disseminations in this digital age. Understanding internet technologies enables allies professionals to effectively manage digital resources, support online research, and provide modern information services. Knowledge of internet tools, search engines, and digital databases is essential for facilitating user access to accurate and relevant information. Additionally, staying informed about internet trends and technologies help ally students anticipate and meet the evolving needs of library user, ensuring libraries remain relevant and effective in a connected world. So, what is internet? The internet is the world's largest computer network. It is a worldwide network of computers that use common communication standards and interfaces to provide the physical backbone for a number of interesting applications. Department of Defense, United States of America holds credit for the creations of the Advanced Research Project Agency network, that is ARPANET, establishing in the periphery of the National Aeronautics and Space Administrations. It was thought to be restricted for academic and research purpose only. This is the person I have given this name. His name was Joshua Lederberg, an American molecular biologist. Regarding the use of internet for research purpose only in the early year of internet inception, but today the internet is a public, cooperative and self-sustaining facility accessible to hundreds of millions of people worldwide. So in this diagram, millions of connected computing devices host equal to ins. Here this indicates that the internet consists of numerous devices often referred to as hosts or ins. This includes computers, smartphones, tablets and other devices that connect to the internet. Then running network apps. These devices run networks applications such as web browser, email clients and media apps. Then communications links, fiber, copper radio, satellite. These are the different types of physical media used to connect devices to the internet. Fiber optics, copper wires, radio waves and satellites links are example of these communications mediums that you can see in this diagram. Then transmission rate is a bandwidth. These are the this refers to the rate at which data is transmitted over these communications links, often measured in bits per second, that is bps, in small letter bps. Then router are devices that forward data packets between computer networks, directing them toward their destinations. In this visual representations diagram, so you can see ISP, that is internet service provider. This section shows a small network connected to a local ISP, that is internet service provider, including various devices like routers. This symbol represents router, then this server, then this is workstations, and this is mobile devices. So including various devices like routers, servers, workstations, and mobile devices. Then regional ISP, a larger network that connects multiple local internet service provider, facilitating a wider range of internet connectivity. Then company network depicts a corporate network which several interconnected devices and routers, showing how companies manage their internal network and connect it to the internet. So here key components, that is router, workstation, and server and mobile. A router is a device that forward data packets between networks. Then server is a system that provides data services or resources to other computers in the network. Then workstations is a personal computer used by an individual. Suppose I am using computer, it is a workstation. Then mobile is a, mobile is a devices like smartphones and tablets. So this is all about in this slide. And then features of the internet. First is the internet enables corporations to exchange data, news, and opinions globally, connecting over 100 countries. The internet uses part of public telecommunications network and is distinguished by the TCP IP control, that is transmission control protocol, internet protocol, also used by intranets and internets, extranets. An internet is a private network accessible only to an organization staff, such as companies internal protocol. In Then while extranet extends access to selected external partners like a supplier portals. So next slide I will discuss broadly about extranet and intranet. So unlike centralized online services, the internet is decentralized by design. Then each internet host independent. The internet commercial use began in the 1990s with the understanding of HTML, that is hypertext markup language, allowing various file types to be hyperlinked. User can locate files and documents on the World Wide Web by clicking links or using search engine. So these are the features of internet. Then hardware and software that is used to make the internet functional. You can see in this uh, pictures, modem is nothing but it is a hardware equipment that enables data transmissions over a telephone line. In this case, a modem performs the functions of modulation, demodulation. This is the functions of modulation. Modulations is nothing but it converts digital signals to analog for transmission, while demodulation converts received analog signals back to digital form. The information stored is in a digital format, whereas the information when transmitted is analog. Then computer, it is an electronic device which receives informations and processes a set of instructions to produce an output. Then here, to run this computer required software. So software, two types of software are needed to enable the personal computer PC as an internet PC. That is communication software to establish TCP IP, that is transmission control protocol connections to the server, and client software for its activities such as browsing emails, news, etc. So I have given some browsers name, that is Avant browser, Flashpeak, Slim browser, Google Chrome, Green Bro, Internet Explorer, Maxstone, Mozilla Firefox, Opera, Pale Moon, Safari, etc. So in this slide I have given the list of browser name, development year, and name of the developer in chronological order. So Arki is the first web browser that is developed in 1990 by Alan Imtech. Then World Wide Web, that is Nexus, it is also developed in 1990 by Tim Berners-Lee. Then LineMate browser, it is developed in 1991 by Tim Berners-Lee at CERN Laboratory. Then Viola WW, that is developed in 1992 by Pei Yuan Wei. Then 1993 developed Mosaic by Mark Anderson, Eric Bina, and CSA. Then in 1994 an Netscape Navigator developed by Mark Anderson, Jim Clark at Netscape. Then Internet Explorer in 1995 by Microsoft. Then Opera by Opera Software Company in 1996. Then Arkane in 1996 by Michael Pollack. Then Net Positive BINC in 1997. Then in 2002 Phonex renamed to Phonex, that is Firefox, that is by Mozilla Foundations. Then in 2003 Safari was developed by Mozilla Foundations. No, not Mozilla, okay, Apple. Then in 2004 Maxstone was developed by Maxstone Limited. Then Flock is developed by Flock Inc. in the year of 2005. Then in the 2008 Google Chrome was developed by Google. Then Rockmail in 2010 by Rockmail Inc. Then Amazon Silk is developed by Amazon in 2011. Then in 2005 Vivaladi developed by Vivaladi Technologies. Then Microsoft Edge in 2015 developed by Microsoft. Then Brave is developed by Braden is Brave Software in 2016. Then in 2019 developed Tor browser by the Tor project, the Tor project. Then Evan browser in 2004 by Evan Force. Then UC browser by UC browser Alibaba Group in 2012. Then in 2016 Pale Moon by Moon Child Productions. Then Epic Privacy browser by Hidden uh, Reflex in 2017. And then 2019 Samsung developed Samsung Internet, that is developed by Samsung Electronic. Then Beaker browser Blue Links, that is developed by Blue Links in the year of 2020. Then 2021 Whale by Never Corporations. Then Leaf Wolf was developed by LibreWolf community in the year of 2022. Then 1924 OmniWeb was developed by Omni Group. Then Eyebrows in 1996 developed by Stefan Borstream. Then Slim browser was developed by Flashpeak Inc. in the year of 2005. Then 2030 Coke was developed by Coke Company Limited. Then 2013 Lunascape was developed by Lunascape Corporations. Then in 2014 Yandex browser was developed by Yandex. Then 2014 Sli Near by Fenrir Inc. Then 2015 Sen browser was developed by Sen Studio. Then Water Fox was developed by 2016 by System One. Then Polarity Stanley Lim was developed by 2020. So these are the name of browser and the development year and the name of the developer. This is important for exam perspective in UGC net. Then there are others browsers are there, it is not possible to mention here. So in the next slide, applications of the internet. So applications of the internet include searching the web browser. So it is help searching the web browser addresses for access through search engines. Then downloading programs and files which can be saved or stored on one's local personal computer. Email, one can send and receive emails from an addresses book, which is a built-in features to store addresses that are used frequently. Then mailing list, it allows to join mailing list to receive and send messages to interested members of the groups. Then video conferencing voice and video conferencing allows one to conduct meetings through a remote locations without being physically present. For example, Google Meet, then Zoom. Then chatting enables an individuals to speak to an expert in real time from the comfort of his her own destinations. A chat allows transmissions of static images or text between two individuals at different locations. For example, chatting in WhatsApp, chatting in Facebook Messenger, chatting in Instagram Messenger, etc. Then buying and selling on the net, e-commerce. Buying and selling, search engines allows consumer to find suitable items and vendors to place order, pay the bills online and have it delivered at the doorstep. For example, Flipkart, Amazon, Myntra, etc. Then web-based publishing. Web-based, one can publish about self or an organization through web pages on the internet. The viewer can visit homepage to get information. So I have given some graphics about uh, these applications. So this is all about in this slide. Then limitations of the internet, connects millions of computers but no guarantee on timely data transfer or prevention of data losses. There are then temporary internet files may be users actively like login details or transaction data. Without antivirus software, systems are vulnerable to internet virus. There are always issue about virus attack. Then information security issue. Then network is unreliable and offers little security. Then the differences between the internet and extranet. So this table compares the characteristics of internet, intranet and extranet networks across various parameters. So first parameter is types. So in internet, public network accessible by anyone globally. Then in intranet, private network limited to an organization or specific group. Then in extranet, private virtual private network that allows control access to external users. In size, internet comprises a vast number of connected devices worldwide. Then intranet limited to a smaller number of devices within an organization. Then extranet similar to internet but allows a limited numbers of devices over the internet. Then security, internet security depends on the software applications used by the connected devices. Then in internet, protected by firewalls ensuring secure internal communications. Then for extranet, firewalls will separate the extranet from the internet ensuring secure external communication. Then information in internet, information is accessible across the worldwide without restriction. Then in intranet, information is shared securely within the organizations. Then in extranet, informations can be securely shared between employees and external stakeholders. Then accessibility, in internet anyone can access content through internet connections. Then in internet accessible only to authorized users within the organization. Then in extranet, authorized accessible to authorized users including external partners or clients. Then owner, in internet is not owned by any single entity, it's a global network. Then internet owned by a specific organizations, then own extranet owned by one or more organizations collaborating together. Then policy in internet follow standard internet communication protocol like HTTP hypertext transfer protocol, then file transfer protocol FTP, then internet protocol, then TCP transmission control protocol, etc. Then internet governed by organizational policy, that is owned by a particular organization. Then extranet is governed by organizational contractual and internet policies. Then internet example, for example, for internet world wide web email, then internal for internet in internal operational network of an organizations, then extranet collaborative network between two corporations. So in this diagram I have, you can see here, internet is for global, extranet is for local and relational, then internet is for organizational. So in summary, the internet is a global public network with broad accessibility and varying levels of security. In contrast, internets and extranets are private networks with restricted access and enhanced security used for internal communications within a organizations or between specific external parties respectively. Then internet of things. So as the internet expands to the real world, an internet of things has emerged. IoT is a network that realizes intelligence identifications, location tracking, monitoring and management of objects by the method of connecting anything with the internet to exchange information and communication. The IoT includes many objects, preferably smart objects, connected and communicating effectively with people on the internet to help solve the problem of the world. Actually, the idea of IoT is not really new. It has been there since the 90s when the internet took shape. In the old IoT dream of the 90s, things would be connecting the other things. There were no people in the loop. The things would communicate directly with their users. Screens would be everywhere. So in the new landscape, IoT is connected to the cloud, to the mobile and various protocols for sensor nodes to connect to one another. You can see in these pictures, that is I have taken from the EPG Pachala PDF file. Then further people will be interacting with these applications both directly on the things objects and also through their mobiles and through their computers. It is a moving from collecting personal informations to thriving on big data to make smart decisions. Then Web 1.0. So in Web 1.0, the users were the consumers of the content. Features of include static pages. In Web 1.0 primarily consisted of static web pages that were fixed and rarely updated. These pages were typically written in hypertext markup language and displayed the same content every visitor. Then read only content. Users were passive consumers of content. Interactions was minimal and there was little to no user generated content. Websites were primarily used to disseminate information. Then directories and hyperlinks. Websites were organized through directories and hyperlinks. Search engines were in their infancy and navigations often relied on manually maintained directories like Yahoo and Yahoo directory. Then limited interactivity. The interactions between users and websites was minimal. Forms were basic and the dynamic generations of contents was rare. Any interactive features were typically handled through CGI script. Then proprietary web standards. The web standards were still developing and there was a lack of uniformity. Different browsers often displayed web content differently, leading to cross compatibility issues. Suppose in Google the things were displayed differently, then in Firefox differently, then Microsoft differently. Then bandwidth limitations. So internet speeds were slow, primarily dial-up connections. This limited the use of multimedia content such as images, videos, and audio. Web browser, early web browsers like Mosaic, Netscape, Navigator, and the early versions of Internet Explorer were the primary means of accessing Web 1.0 sites. Then examples of Web 1.0: personal web pages, simple personal website with basic hypertext markup language content. Static corporate websites, companies had web pages to provide information about their products and services, but with little to no interactivity. Online directories and portals, websites like Yahoo Directory and AOL provided categorized list of links to other websites. So Web 1.0 began to evolve into Web 2.0 around 2004 to 2005. This new phase emphasized user-generated content, interactivity, and collaborations. Web 2.0 introduced dynamic web applications like social media platforms, blogs, wikis, and more, fundamentally changing how people interact with the web. In summary, Web 1.0 laid the groundwork for the modern web by providing a basic static and informational experience which later evolved into a more dynamic, interactive, and social web environment. Then Web 2.0, the term Web 2.0 was coined by Darcy Dianusi in 1999. Web 2.0 is nothing but is the second stage of development of internet, categorized specially by the change from static web pages to dynamic or user generated content and the growth of social media. Tim O'Reilly in 2005 explained Web 2.0 as a Web 2.0 is the network as platform spanning all connected devices. Web 2.0 applications are those that makes the most of the intrinsic advantages of the platform, delivering software as a continually updated service that gets better the more people use it, consuming and remixing data from multiple sources including individuals users while providing their own data and services in a form that allows remixing by others, creating networks effects through an architectures of participation and going beyond the past metaphor of when Web 1.0 deliver rise experience. One important thing, Web 2.0 is also seen as Tim Berners-Lee visions of collaborative information space, which is the best for technologies such as blog, wikis, RSS feeds, etc. In the next slide, we will, in the coming slide, we will discuss about this more. Then, where an online user is able to add, edit, and create content. Then, these are the this table compares the features of Web 1.0 and Web 2.0, highlighting the distinct characteristics and evolutions. So, Web 1.0, coined by Tim Berners-Lee in 1989, introduced he was also introduced World Wide Web, generally called as Web. Then Web 2.0, the term Web 2.0 was used by Darcy Dianusi in 1999 in her article Futures, Fragmented Futures, and later popularized by Tim O'Reilly. Then Web 1.0 introduced to users in 1995, then Web 2.0 introduced in 2005. Objective of Web 1.0 is sharing of informations to the users. Then Web 2.0 is community participation and interactions to connect, collaborate, and create content. Then content creations in Web 1.0, publishers or the company, users are consumer here. Then Web 2.0, publishers and users community, both publishers and users consumers. Then user participation in Web 1.0, users can only read the content. Then Web 2.0, read, write, and share. For example, in Facebook we can share our comment to particular images or content. Then type of informations in Web 1.0, text and graphic, but in web 2.0 text, video, graphic all are included, that is multimedia, like photographs, instant messages, wikis, blogs, etc. Then web 1.0 target millions of users, but web 2.0 targeted billions of users. Output expected providing informations and business contact connect for web 1.0. Then in one web 2.0 community interactions, real-time experience, collaborative content development, linking of resources and navigations complex. In web 1.0 we need to put coding for linking a particular web page to another web page. Then in web 2.0 it is simple and advanced. Then use of technology, creations of website, email and personal web pages, etc. Then in web 2.0 use of technology is interactive websites, social media, e-learning system, etc. So this comparison underscores the shift from aesthetic read-only web 1.0 to a more dynamic, user interactive and collaborative web 2.0. Then the difference between web 1.0 and web 2.0. So this table I have put it here from the IGNO notes, and this is from the APG Pachala notes. So in this table, type of interactions in web 1.0 is one-way interactions. User could only read or view content without interacting with it. Then web 2.0 two-way interactions, users can both consume and produce content, engaging in conversations and collaborations. Then user participation, authoritarian content was in web 1.0 content was created and controlled by a few webmasters or content creators. User had limited roles in web 1.0. Then web 2.0 is democratic. User can create, share and interact with content, contributing to a more democratic and participatory web. Then reading and writing capability. In web 1.0, passive users primarily consume information without the ability to contribute or interact with it. Then in web 2.0, reading and writing capability is active. User actively engage in creating, editing and sharing content. Then sense of content. In web 1.0, static content remain the same over time unless it's manually updated by the webmaster. Then web 2.0 dynamic content is continuously updated and can change frequently based on user interactions and contribution. The nature of web content is closed. Content was often in web 1.0 closed. Content was often restricted with limited access and interactions. Then web 2.0 collaborative content creations and editing are open to multiple users, promoting collaborations and share, for example blogging, wikis, etc. Reaching audience is pull technology. Users had to actively search and pull information from websites. Then in web 2.0 push technology, information is pushed to users through notifications, feeds and other means, enhancing accessibility and engagement. So the table effectively highlights the evolutions from aesthetic read-only web 1.0 to a more interactive and participatory and dynamic web 2.0. Web 2.0 fosters greater users engagement, collaborations and democratizations of content creations and sharing, contrasting with the more control and static natures of web 1.0. Then in this table so double web 1.0, this table mainly demonstrates how the web has transformed from a collections of static centrally controlled websites and services to a dynamic, interactive and users driven platform. This is evolution has significantly changed how people create, share and consume information. Let's discuss one by one. So double click. Uh, it is a a dominant advertising services using traditional banner ads in web 1.0. Then Google AdSense, an advertising program that serves contextual ads and allows website owners to earn revenue by displaying ads relevant to their content. Then to Flickr. Ofto is a digital photo service where user could upload photos to print in web 1.0. Then Flickr is a photo sharing platform that enables users to upload, share, and comment on photos, fostering a community of photographers and enthusiasts. Then Akami to BitTorrent. Akami is a content delivery network that optimizes the delivery of static and dynamic content. Then BitTorrent, a peer-to-peer file sharing protocol that distributes large amounts of data by dividing it into smaller pieces shared among users in Web 2.0. Then MP3 to Napster, a website offering music downloads and streaming in Web 1.0. The Napster is a peer-to-peer music sharing service that allowed users to share and download music files directly from one another. Then Britannica Online to Wikipedia. Britannica Online is an online version of the encyclopedia Britannica, providing static authoritative information in Web 1.0. Then Wikipedia is a collaborative user-edited encyclopedia where anyone can contribute and edit articles, promoting a more dynamic and participatory approach to information sharing. Then personal websites. This is in Web 1.0 static website created by individuals to share personal information or interest. Then blogging in Web 2.0, dynamic platforms for individuals to publish content regularly, interact with readers through comments, and share multimedia content. Then Elevate, Evit, and Evit to upcoming.org and EVDB. So Evit in Web 1.0, an online invitations and event planning service. Then upcoming.org and EVDB in Web 2.0, event listing and social event tracking services that allow users to discover, share, and manage events collaboratively. Then domain name speculations to search engines optimization. Domain name specializations in Web 1.0 is buying and selling domains name for profit only. Then SEO, that is search engine optimization in Web 2.0, techniques used to improve websites visibility and ranking in search engines results. Then page view to cost per click. So page view in Web 1.0, measuring website traffic by the number of times a page is viewed. Then cost per click in Web 2.0, an advertising model where advertisers pay for each click on their ad, focusing on user interactions rather than just page view. Then screen scraping to web services. Screen scraping in Web 1.0, extracting data from the web interface by parsing the HTML, that is hypertext markup language of web pages. Then web services Web 2.0, using standardized protocol and interfaces to allow different applications to communicate and share data over the web. Then publishing to participation in Web 1.0, publishing content was created and distributed by select few with little to no user input. Then in participations in Web 2.0, users actively engage in creating, sharing, and interacting with content, fostering a more participatory culture. Then content management system to wikis. Content management system in Web 1.0, tools for managing and publishing web content typically controlled by webmaster. For example, WordPress, Drupal. Then wikis in Web 2.0, collaborative platforms where user can create, edit, and organize. Then directories and taxonomy. So in Web 2 1.0 taxonomy, it uses traditional directories for organizing contents which involve in a hierarchical structures to categorize information. Then in Web 2.0 taxonomy, instead of directories, tagging is used, often referred to as taxonomy, which allows user to label content with keywords or tags, creating a more flexible and user-driven organizations of information. Then stickiness and syndication. In Web 1.0 stickiness, it emphasizes keeping users on a single site for as long as possible. Stickiness. Then Web 2.0 in syndications, instead of focusing on stickiness, content syndications is key. This means distributing content across various platforms, making it accessible from multiple sources. So I have already talked this. The table demonstrates how that web has transformed from a collection of static, centrally controlled websites and services, Web 1.0, to a dynamic, interactive, and users-driven platform, that is Web 2.0. This evolution has significantly changed how people create, share, and consume information online. Then standards and technology that are used in the Web 2.0, that is OpenID, RSS, really simple syndications, OAuth, JavaScript, microformat, ASICS, shorthand for asynchronous JavaScript, and XML, then XML extensible markup language. So OpenID, if you have ever tried to write a comment on a blog, you may have noticed that before allowing your comment to appear on the blog, there you are provided some choices on how you wish to log in to that site. You may be asked to use your email account of some services provider like Google or Yahoo. It asks you to use your OpenID. OpenID is a form of single digital identity that crosses the web and is already used by providers like Google, Microsoft, Yahoo, AOL, and MySpace, etc. With the help of this digital identity, you can easily log on to site and interact or contribute. That is OpenID. Then RSS. This stands for really simple syndications. It was developed by Netscape in 1999 and is used on websites to allow the publications of recurrently updated items from an external sources. Then that is RSS, really simple syndications. Then OAuth. So with the help of OAuth, we can publish and interact with protected data on the internet. This may happen when an internet-based applications you are using needs more information from you, like your data or date of birth, or from a person who has logged onto a site via his OpenID asking for email addresses. In that case, if he required information is stored in a different locations, retrieving that information may be difficult and time consuming by the user. In that case, OAuth asks the users about the locations of that information and the related password and then retrieves that information. You must have experienced this while using social networking applications. OAuth enables the applications to access data for one services to be accessed located within a subset of another services over a secure data protocol. So that is OAuth. Then JavaScript is an object-oriented scripting language that enables enhanced interactivity by providing a dynamic website. The JavaScript is used to write functions that are embedded in or included from HTML pages to interact with the document objects model, that is DOM, of the page. Some example of these uses can say pop-up windows in a page, then validations of input values in web forms to make sure that they will be accepted before they are submitted to the server, then changing images as the mouse cursor moves over them. So that is JavaScript. Then microformat. So these are microformats are a set of simple open data formats used to represent data in extensible hypertext markup language. Microformats embedded this uh, extensible hypertext markup language data directly into the web pages, which is then accessed or viewed by the users with the help of an internet based applications or services, for example through some search engine or browser plugin. Microformats enable adding context to information so that other services can use that and on automated basis. Then that is microformat. Then ASIC shorten for asynchronous JavaScript. So ASIC is a group of interrelated web development techniques used on the client side to create interactive web applications. With ASICs, web applications can retrieve data from the server asynchronously in the background without interfering with the display and behavior of the existing page. The use of ASICs techniques has led to an increase in interactive or dynamic interfaces on web pages as in Web 2.0. Some other technologies that make ASICs are HTML, that is hypertext markup language, XML, XHTML, CSS, then XSLTL, XML, HTTP request, document object model, and JavaScript. So this is ASICs. Then extensible markup language XML is an application's profile of standard generalized markup language that believes in the use of markup should describe a document structure and other attributes rather than specify the processing to be performed on it. It also postulates that markup should be rigorous so that programs and database can be used for processing documents as well. So in this slide, this is all about. Then QWeb 2.0 service, blogs provided by Web 2.0, that is blogs, wikis, RSS and syndications, tagging and social bookmarking, multimedia sharing, audio blogging and podcasting, new Web 2.0 services and applications. Let's discuss one by one. So blog are online journals or informational websites displaying informations in reverse chronological order with the latest post appearing first. The concept of blogs emerged in the late 1990s. One of the earliest and most influential platforms was Blogger, which was launched by Pyra Labs, PYRA, Pyra LABS Labs in 1999. It was later acquired by Google in 2003. The purpose of blog provide individuals and organizations with a platform to share thoughts, news, and informations with a global audience. They can be personal, professional, or thematic, covering any topic from daily life to specialized industries. Then wikis. Wikis are collaborative websites that allows user to create, edit, and link web pages easily. The most well-known example is Wikipedia. There we can edit, create, and link web pages easily. The first wiki was WikiWeb that was created by Ward Cunningham in 1995. The purpose of wikis are used for collaborative content creations and knowledge sharing. They are popular in educational settings, corporate environments, and communities for documentations and knowledge bases. Then RSS and syndication. So what is it? RSS is, I have already discussed. It is really simple syndications is a web feed that allows users to access updates to online content in a standardized computer readable format. The first versions of RSS was developed by Netscape in 1999 with significant contributions from individuals like Dave Weiner. The purpose of RSS is users to stay informed by retrieving the latest content from the website they are interested in. This helps users consolidate updates from multiple sites into a single feed reader. Then tagging and social bookmarking. So tagging is the practice of categorizing content with descriptive keywords. Social bookmarking allows users to save, manage, and share links to web pages. Delicious, that is Delicious, originally called del.icio.us, a pioneering social bookmarking site that was developed by Joshua Scatchar in 2003. The purpose of tagging and social bookmarking help users organize information and discover content through community driven categorization and sharing. Then multimedia sharing. Multimedia Media sharing involves platforms that allows users to upload and share various types of media such as photos, videos, and music. YouTube, good example is YouTube. It was launched in 2005 by Steph Chen, STEV, Steph Chen, 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 then Sad Harley, CHAD, Sad, HURLEY, Harley, then Javed Karim is a leading example of multimedia sharing platform. The purpose of these platforms enables users to share creative content, communicate visually, and access a wide range of multimedia resources. Then audio blogging and podcasting. Audio blogging is a form blogging using audio as the primary content format. Podcasting involves creating episodic series of spoken word content typically available for subscription. Then the term podcasting was coined by journalist that was Ben Hammersley in 2004. So Ben HAMMERSLEY Hammersley in 2004. Early podcasting technologies were developed by Dave Weiner and Adam Curry. The purpose of blogging was audio blogging and podcasting allow creators to share voice-based content and listeners to consume information and entertainment on the go, often through mobile devices. Then the new Web 2.0 service and application. This category encompasses emerging web technologies and services that build on principles of Web 2.0, emphasizing user-generated content, usability, and interoperability. Various companies and developers have introduced newer Web 2.0 services since the mid of 2000. Examples include social media platforms like Facebook in 2004, Twitter in 2006, and newer services like Instagram in 2010 and TikTok in 2016. The purpose of these services aim to enhance connectivity, collaborations, and user engagement through innovative features and applications. So these Web 2.0 services and applications have revolutionized how people create, share, and consume content online. They emphasize participations, collaborations, and community, transforming the internet into a dynamic and interactive platform. Then this is the last slide that is related to Web 3.0. So Web 3.0, the, the person name was John Markov. You can see here of the New York Times first coin this term, that is Web 2.0. It is the third generations of internet-based web technologies which emphasize machines facilitate understanding of information in order to provide productive and intuitive users experience. This rich experience comprises the use of semantic web, microformats, natural language search, data mining, machine learning, recommendations agents, and artificial intelligence technologies. So let's discuss one by one the features of this Web 2.0, that is technology used. So semantic web is the web enhances the web by enabling machines to understand and interpret the meaning of data. This allows for more accurate and relevant information retrieval. For example, RDF is the best example. Then OWL, that is Web Ontology Language. RDF is Resource Description Framework. Then OWL is Web Ontology Language. Are used to create interoperable data that can be easily shared and reused across different applications. Then microformats I have already discussed. So microformats are small patterns of HTML hypertext markup language that present semantics about the data they contain, enabling better data sharing and reuse across the web. For example, HCart and review are microformats used to embedded contact information and reviews directly within web pages, making them easily accessible to the other applications. Then natural language search. Natural language search allows users to search the web using everyday language rather than keywords, making search queries more intuitive. For example, Google search engines uses natural language processing to understand queries like what's the weather like today and provide relevant results. It is understandable to us because we use all time Google search engine. Then data mining. Data mining involves analyzing large data sets to discover patterns. I have given these graphics, trends and relationships that can inform decisions making. For example, e-commerce platform like Amazon use data mining to analyze customer purchase histories and recommend products. Then machine learning involves algorithms that allow computer to learn from and make predictions based on data, improving their performance over time. For example, Netflix uses machine learning algorithms to suggest movies and TV shows based on a user viewing history. Then recommendations agents are software tools that provide personalized suggestions to users based on their preferences and behavior. For example, Spotify Discover Weekly Playlist uses recommendations. If you use Spotify, it discovers weekly playlist, uses recommendations agents to curate a list of songs tailored to each user's listening habits. Then artificial intelligence is a technologies enable machines to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence, such as visual perception, speech recognitions, and decision making. For example, virtual assistants like Amazon Alexa and Apple Siri use AI to understand and respond to users' commands, providing a wide range of services from playing music to controlling smart home devices. So, John Markov calls Web 3.0 as an intelligence web. In 2006, why John Markov calls Web 3.0 as an intelligence web? I have already discussed that John Markov refers to Web 2.0 as the intelligence web because it integrates advanced technologies such as artificial intelligence that I have already told, machine learning, and the semantic web to enhance the web's functionality. This intelligence aspects comes from the web's ability to understand and interpret the meaning of data, enabling more accurate and contextually relevant information retrieval and interactions. Unlike previous iterations, Web 3.0 can analyze the and process vast amount of data, providing personalized and intuitive users experience. The integrations of these intelligence systems allows for smarter search results, better recommendations, and more efficient data utilizations, transforming the web into a more responsive and user-centered platform. So I have discussed in these presentations about what is internet, why we need to study the internet, different generations of internet, that is web 1.0, web 2.0, then web 3.0. So this is all about in this presentation. In the next video I will discuss about the internet protocols, so stay tuned. Thank you so much.